I do
I'm
want
good.
to. I want to put this out right
Mm-hmm.
now. We are talking about manga spoilers and potential anime spoilers as well. So this is going to be edited and cut and put into the front, just so you know, because we forgot to say that before we started talking about the manga.
Thanks.
But
Let's go
what's
with
it
it.
called? We're live now on the recording.
All right.
So you want to give an introduction about yourself?
What's up, guys? I'm Tristan. I'm a big One Piece fan. I got into it probably when I was like, I want to say 7, 8. Picked up on it. I was on the anime. Uh, Stopped watching. Picked back up on it. I want to say a year and a half ago. Uh, Started watching. I think that's when Wano started. Got into that. Uh, then I got really into YouTubers, BDA Law, Mr. Morge, JD Legend, those type of people. Go YouTubers. Enjoyed it so much. I started reading the manga. Uh, that really set me off and into the lore. So I went down the rabbit hole with that, and here we are now, starting a podcast slash channel with my friend Cridneck slash. Oh shoot, forgot your real name, bro.
Yo, what is
Just
John,
hello.
dog? It's John.
Look, I had it too, but look,
Bro, dude, we met through video games, dog. So I understand. I understand,
yeah,
man. I understand. We knew each other from our
but
gamer tags first.
right, but we he started watching. We came up with that. He came up with the idea. I was down for it, so here we are, and that's my story of how I got into One Piece.
Yeah, my name's John Krenak. Um, what's it called?
That's what it was.
Yeah, I got into One Piece. So I recently just got into One Piece. I got into One Piece on May 31st. That's when I started episode 1, and I finished, caught up completely to 983 on the anime. I didn't get into the manga just yet at that point. I caught up all the way to episode 983 in a month and 15 days. So I finished all of One Piece on July 15th. I think it was July 15th, July 14th,
Crazy.
around there. Yeah. So I let's just say I was watching like 20, 30 episodes a day. I was hooked after, like, I was hooked from the start. Everyone that I've like talked to that's liked One Piece said they got hooked around Arlong Park. I was hooked within the first like 5 episodes. What's it called? I'm going to be changing my background eventually to more One Piece stuff because it is by far my favorite show. Definitely.
Yes, sir.
I like Demon Slayer, don't get me wrong, but I definitely want to get a background on One Piece, especially since I'm going to be doing this YouTube channel. My friend here, Goob, Tristan, aka Doflamingo, I'm aka Rosinante, Corazon. That's where we got the name of the channel, Don Quixote
Big fans.
DNR.
Big fans
We were
of
big
the
fans
Flamingo.
of the Don Quixote family. Let me just put it like that. And I'm kind of wacky and wild and weird, so I kind of fit the picture of Rosinante, if I'm gonna be honest. So,
I wish I was like Dofi, but he a wild man. He a wild man.
But anyways, so that's how we started getting into this. We decided, you know what, we are just big fans of One Piece. Whether this like kicks off or not, we just wanted to get involved in the content of this. Just seems like a great and fun thing to do. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be discussing, we have one topic each that we wanted to talk about, and we're also going to talk about the new manga chapter and the new anime episode that came out. So we're going to start off with the manga chapter and the anime episode. So if you want to pull up your chapter, and I'll pull up mine.
Hmm. I got it pulled up.
Some key points that you want to point out and stuff like that, and I'll do the same.
For you said the manga, right? You wanna?
Yeah, for the
Are we
manga.
doing the?
We're doing
All right.
manga first today.
What really stood out for me was of course, I mean, it was the Robin fight, but in particular was Black Maria's skill set. She was using moves, not spamming like there are a lot of characters that do spam in One Piece. Oda did give her a good skill set in this fight, and I was glad to see that the drawing of the fight was amazing. I think Robin's ability Sea Serpent.
Oh yeah.
That was a move I was not expecting, I would say.
Yeah.
Um, what was you thinking of
So
for the fight scenes?
if we're gonna talk about the fight scenes, it like there Oda gave us a flashback on how Robin learned the Fishman karate, and that was sick. Like I like the flashback of the Fishman karate where she actually implemented it into the fight and knocked down the roof, right? But one thing that I wish we would have gotten a flashback on was how Robin learned the demonia, the demonia, however you pronounce it, the demonic fucking power that she had, where she literally turned into a demon and all her power, like her whole body looks like it's turned into hockey. Like
And I mean, he did throw Sabo in there, talking about the Dragon Claw. Um, it could have something to do with that in retrospect. He did throw it in there. I mean, she didn't what was the she didn't want to learn it, I guess. She decided to do the palm,
yeah,
but to throw that in there, and she not use it or not use it, but some type of form to in her own way of the dragon claw.
right. And I know Oda does not like killing characters in this show.
For real.
But what do you think? How do you think Black Maria took that fucking blow at the end when she literally cracked her entire spine and blood was dripping out her mouth? Do you think she's dead or no? Because I think she could be dead. If I'm gonna be honest, I think she could be dead. I know Oda does like killing characters, but that was intense.
So with me, I don't think none of the Flying Six are defeated here. Uh, that's it. I do think, however, the Straw Hats are stronger than what we believe post time skip. But I do not believe that she is defeated. I don't think we've seen her hybrid form, if I'm correct, or even her full form.
Well, I
Um,
thought she was hybrid the whole time. Like I think we just haven't seen her full form.
all right, that could, yeah, you're right, you're right. I think that is the hybrid. I don't think we've seen the full form, yeah.
Cause isn't like her lower half of the body like is it
Normal,
spider? Yeah, it's like a spider, and then her upper half is like her human form.
yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think she's defeated as of right now. Whether we get confirmation soon, I don't know. I don't believe they're all defeated, and the reason I think they all come together as the Flying Six for a reason. They're all ancient zones, so they're pretty strong or durable and stamina. They can
yeah.
take a fucking hit. So I don't believe so. What you think she is?
So just that scene where blood was just dripping out of her mouth just made it seem like it. Like it literally
I think
like
she's definitely knocked out.
oh,
Like
she's
I
definitely
think
out cold
we
at
don't
least.
see them. I don't think we see the Flying Six for a good minute. I just think they do come back. I guess you could say toward the end of the arc. Not end. End of the battle. Act 3. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Before the
I can agree with
conclusion
that.
finishes.
I can definitely agree with that. I think if she's not dead, definitely. I think they'll come back. They'll team up, and it'll be like a team battle, like Straw Hats versus
Yeah,
Beast Pirate team battle, like the Tobiropo Flying Six. And then it'll be the Straw Hat top six coming in at
that's
it. You
what
know?
I got. I got a feeling like something like that's is gonna happen. Because I don't see them getting another 1v1 fight. You know what I'm saying? We don't
Right.
have time to dedicate a whole chapter. Well, this one Robin got two chapters, one fighting and then chapter 1020, the build up. Uh, we don't need a whole nother, let's say, six chapters of just 1v1s of all the Straw Hats. I feel he could probably cover it in what two, three,
Yeah.
and have other stuff in it. I would
Or
like something like that.
Or I think maybe with this defeat of the Tobiropo, because this is let's just say they were
This is
defeated
number
right here.
what?
This is
This number 3, right?
yeah number 3. This is like the third Tobiropo defeat that we've seen so far.
Yeah.
I think if they are defeated right here, if they were planning on coming back to team up, but then they see Kaido's. I honestly think Zoro's gonna cut Kaido's head off after Luffy beats the crap out of him. I'm like a firm believer of that. So I think
Same.
if if that does happen, and then they come up to attack, let's say the Tobiropo are just late. They come up to attack to try to team up with Kaido, and then see Kaido's beheaded, then I kind of think maybe the Tobiropo, because this the whole form of the Beast Pirates is meritocracy, so it's like based off of like how strong you are. There's no like actual true like loyalty behind all this stuff. It's just all based on power.
It's just Kaido, Kaido.
So if Kaido
keeping everything in check.
Yeah, because he's scary as shit. If Kaido dies, they have no one to follow. I think they're just gonna go off. They're gonna be like, "Oh, yo, sorry, peace, we're out."
To go off of that, which I could see happening, and what I could see is, because we got stated that Who's Who or at least Sasuke, I think that they were captains of their own ship.
Yeah.
Ex Drake, we know he's not there no more, so there's only 5 now.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. I do believe if they see Kaido get his head cut off, they will, at least one of them will try to run the Beast Pirates if they are alive. I don't think they will end up fighting, because if they see Kaido get defeated, and what the fuck are they going to do? You know what I'm saying?
I think if anyone's going to try to run the Beast Pirates successfully would be Jack, because he's considered the apprentice of the ship and all that stuff. I think he's going to try. He also looks the closest to Kaido in like everything.
I could see someone joining freaking Kid's crew.
Yeah, what if Kid's crew? What if Kid ends up with his own like the Kid Pirate Grand Fleet, like his own Grand Fleet.
Shit.
Even though the Straw Hat Grand Fleet
Kid hasn't got a lot of love in Wano like we expected, but I think the anime is really gonna show him.
Oh yeah, facts. Speaking of the anime, you want to take the ropes and start off on your opinions on the anime of how the new episode came out?
All right. So with episode, was it 986?
Yes.
I'll give it a 7 out of 10. It did cover just one chapter, and not even a full chapter at that. That did knock it down some, but overall animation of the chapter was amazing. I really liked Kids, how they did Kids' ability.
Yeah.
Showing it off. It was like a 2-3 minute thing. I didn't mind it. Some people do mind like how they stretch things out. This episode was definitely a good pace for the short panels that it did cover.
Right. They dragged it out.
Off.
They dragged it out, yes, but it didn't feel like it was dragged out, even though it was dragged out. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It didn't have that feel, because it had my attention the whole time. I really like Apu's laugh. I don't know if anyone else does. That thing is crazy.
Check it out.
Now, his freaking when the attack started from Apu to Zoro and Luffy, I really like his ability. Yeah. I don't think we've gotten enough of it in the manga. He hasn't really been shown too much since then. So seeing him right now is good. I think a 7 out of 10.
Okay,
I give this anime.
I can agree with that. I was gonna give it around there. I was gonna give it like around 7 to 6, somewhere around there, because definitely like after reading the chapter, they still left a little bit out from the chapter, right? So they didn't completely cover the whole chapter. And as a review that I saw before I watched the episode, someone commented the fact that it took them the whole second half of the episode to cover 2 panels, and so that. I was prepared for it, which is why it didn't feel so dragged out for me. But I still like to see the animation. Like that whole, as you were talking about with Kid's ability, that whole magnetism on the screen where it showed the like glitchiness as you were talking about while we were watching it. That was fucking insane.
I was not expecting it. I thought my own computer screen was messed up. I was like, hold on. I paused the video and was just like, hold on, let me see if my screen is just messing up. I was like, oh shoot, it's the show.
Yeah,
it was. I really liked it. We can get into how we both. I think we both feel the same on. And you can correct me if I'm wrong about how the anime is covering the manga and how they're adding certain scenes to it that we wouldn't get in the manga.
Yeah.
Um, Throughout the whole of Wano, I think it's gotten. I I can't speak because I haven't read the manga past. I started reading around 970, but I can't speak more before. But just based off of that, they're adding things to the anime that uh, add. I don't want to say texture to the story, uh, but it adds something more to it than just the manga because they're showing us more to the Wano arc than what we can get in the manga just with the extra 10 minutes that they do have. Like
Yeah.
for example, on this show we got a little flashback. I don't think we got in the manga of Kaido talking to Kid in the cell about Luffy and Law.
Tell your tell your next generation, tell the other kids of your generation it's time to stop playing pirate. That shit. That was
And I
kind of,
like that.
yeah, it was kind of cool. And then
And
also
then
at the end of the episode, the little flashback sneak peek where we see Orochi giving Killer the smile fruit, and that
which we got reference to.
we got reference to,
But
but we didn't see it in the manga. And so like all Kid brought up in the manga was the fact that Killer was changed, and that was it. It wasn't like actually we didn't get like,
And that we don't know what happened to his crew because he was asking Killer. You know what I'm saying, what happened to the rest of the crew? What happened to him?
yeah.
Mm.
And also like not only that, I think it's a good thing, a good like alternate source to be able to make it where the anime is interesting at the same time as the manga being interesting. I think the way they're going about doing it is making it where the anime and the manga are both technically just as good as each other to me. In my opinion, they're both around the same caliber of storytelling. One has info that the other doesn't, and the other has info that the other doesn't. So it makes you want to do both. Makes you want to read, makes you want to watch. Like, for example, there are spoilers pretty much in the anime that we didn't know happened in the manga. Like, a lot of people brought this up when it was brought up
And
in
that's
the anime about like
what you call
Yamato.
it? Yeah. Oh yeah, that was a big one.
The silhouette on the manga standing behind Jinbei and Robin, we had no idea in the manga. But then once it came out in the anime, we just see the mask
Who it
of
is.
Yamato just standing right behind him. So I thought that was
I
pretty cool.
think I definitely liked it. Some people, especially for anime onlys, I don't know how they would feel because at that point they don't know who it is. You know what I'm saying? It's just a person in a mask.
Yeah.
Relative, I think near that time Kaido was talking about his son. So I mean, that's the only reference you can make.
Yeah.
But other than that, the introduction of him in that silhouette and then shown in the or in the anime, I didn't mind it. Same thing with a big topic was Zoros Conquerors, how they did that.
Oh,
They
yeah.
showed it. Big spoiler in chapter 1010. Him supposedly having Conquerors in there, but they ended up showing it. Was it 2 episodes ago?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it was 2 episodes, 984, when he just literally looked at 4 people and they all just dropped pass out.
Even did the red with the
Yeah.
eye.
The color of the Supreme King.
How'd you feel of it? How'd you feel about that particular scene
Honestly,
versus the manga? And like you know what I'm saying, it's supposed to be 1010. That's what everyone wants. I mean, we did get hints throughout the entire post post time skip. We've gotten hints here and there.
I have mixed
But how
feelings
do you
about it.
feel?
I have mixed feelings about it. I thought it was animated perfectly, that scene. Like, I thought it was a badass scene, right? If I was an anime only and saw that, I would be literally blown out of the water with how that scene just came out. Like, literally just all of a sudden, Zoro just got Conquerors hockey out of nowhere. But even though it was kind of like symbolized that he did have it, like, with all the things that he's done in Wano, like when he was talking to the sumo wrestler, when the sumo wrestler was right outside the restaurant with Kiku, and he just looked at him, the dude just got fucking scared, like shivering in his boots, and he's 4 times the size of Zoro. I thought that scene was animated great, right?
Mm.
The only thing that I am worried about is what are they gonna do when it comes time to Zoro attacking Kaido, and he has to act surprised about not having it. But then I also thought about this. He knew he had Conqueror's Haki, but what if he didn't know his ability that he's using is actually using his Conqueror's Haki? Like, he doesn't know how to control it, and it just comes out, and he doesn't know it.
All right, so this is the thing is Zoro knows he has Conqueror's Haki. He didn't know that he could cover his blade in it. That's the general consensus of me.
Yeah.
So like when he used it on Kaido and Ashura, he put his if you go to episode when he first used Enema, 956, you see how the Rio is, or his armament, whatever you want to call it, has been absorbed. So I feel like he was exerting his Conqueror's Haki unknowingly
To the
at the
sword.
same time
Yeah.
to the sword, because Enma is one of the swords, so it's automatically draining his Haki.
Right.
And he started exerting, which I think the anime will show him exerting his Conqueror's Haki. Roof Piece might be diff,
Dude.
once we get to it.
You kind of just made me think about this. Now that I think about it, what if the sword itself has like the you know how the swords have their own like souls and their own wills, right? That we've been discussing, right?
Wheels on the same link, because I wrote this down.
What if the sword has Conqueror's Haki, or not Conqueror's Haki? I'm not gonna say Conqueror's Haki. Like, yes, it steals it takes the user's armament Haki, but once it notices that the user's will is stronger than its own, it backs off and makes it where the owner is the rightful person. Like, it was waiting for the person to have a stronger will than the sword itself to be able to control it, which is what Odin was, and no one else.
And I definitely agree with you on that. And this is just a theory, guys. I agree with you on that, just because of what the anime has shown, and even the manga in certain instances. Zoro talks to Enma, even in the recently episodes. Like, when he slashes something, he says the sword's name. And even in the episode 956, he says, "So if I use this, I will get stronger." And it cuts to Zoro. It cuts to the sword, and then it cuts to Zoro's eye. So I believe Zoro can't. This is the first Zord Zoro can talk to at a strong point, because it has a strong will to begin with, because of who had it before him.
What about the Wada Ichimonji though?
But that's the thing. It's made by the same person, that the dude that raised him. But that sword was not used. It hasn't been used, because you got to think Zoro's journey. This is on the beginning. Now he's getting to the strong fighters, in a sense.
Right.
In my opinion. So like now Wado Ichimonji should be the first back blade, but Enma most likely will be, just to give Zoro the feeling of knowing how to, because he's getting the general consensus down, even when he fought what's his name, Unumaru, or what's his name, in the Ringo region, because like he had that little
Gyukimaru. Yeah.
All right, yeah, he had that instance where he was fighting him, and he was talking about how what's his name, he turned Shusui into a black blade.
Right.
I forgot his name.
Ryuma. Yeah.
He turned into a black blade, and then Zoro, he was like, so that's how you do it. And he asked the question, and then like he got attacked or something. He was like, so that's how you ... So like in this arc, he's really getting the general consensus of how to turn a blade into a black blade. And Enma is like pushing him.
How do you think he turns him into a black blade? So I watched the YouTube. I think
no one knows.
I think it was BDA Law, or it was Vinland D that I watched. One of them was discussing how black blades were made, and they were discussing how only people who have Conqueror's Haki can actually create a black blade, because yes, armament Haki can turn it into a black blade while using it, but a true black blade is one that's constant.
Permanent.
Yes, and I wonder if once you infuse your Conqueror's Haki into the sword permanently, it just stays. Because like your Conqueror's Haki is your will. You just put your will straight into the sword, and it becomes the will of the sword itself and becomes a black blade.
And that's what basically Enema was doing, is taking Zoro's will, and I feel like that's how they're going to portray it in 10:10. Like the sword is taking his will. He's heavily damaged, so like he's not conscious of it. So he is just taking the will because that's what he's going to exert. He knows he's about to use full strength.
Yeah, he literally just said, "I gave literally all the strength I had left," and that's literally all the strength I had left, and I just wanted to do damage to you. I wanted to do as much as I could to benefit Luffy. Is pretty much what he was saying. So
that's why I think. I think he can talk to Enema, and I think Enema talks to him.
Yeah.
There's a certain different vibe to Enema when he puts his Haki into it. Like to me, it feels like it's talking. That's just me. That's nothing though.
Yeah.
But him saying Enema's name after like when he's inside Onigashima, like he says like he yells Enema, or it's just like, and then he cuts, and then even talking to it the first time he even had it. So I feel like when it comes time to Roof Piece.
Oh, I'm excited for Roof Piece.
Or just even him showing.
I'm so excited for Roof Piece. So we don't have much more time. We have around 20 minutes left to be able to do this. So now we're gonna go on to Dofis topic real quick. You know, some T-Goob topic, his one topic that he wanted to discuss, and then we'll go straight to mine, and then we'll be done.
Well, we literally all right. Besides the Black Blade, not the Black Blade, that was one of the things I want to talk to about Zoro was Enma and him talking to each other in a sense.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is that Wano is Zoro's arc. I know a lot of people feel like that. There are many instances that it shows. I mean, he had Shusui. He even looks kind of like the
Ryuma.
Shimotsuki. Ryuma too, which was a Shimotsuki.
Yeah.
He fought a really big thing for me which was very subtle. It was literally probably like two scenes of him fighting the White Tiger, and we all know from the myth, the Japanese lore was the dragon and the White Tiger was always fighting.
Oh,
so
yes.
I really think Zoro is the one to cut Kaido's head. I do believe we will get a flashback of some sort with Zoro this arc. I'm a firm believer of that. I know we have I want to say we probably have around let's say around like 30 to 35 chapters. So I feel like we should get a Zoro flashback, whether it's one chapter or a chapter and a half, or even half a chapter. I just really would like to see his connection, because I do believe he has the connection here.
I'm a firm believer that he's the descendant from Wano. I am a firm believer that he's a descendant from Wano, and I think we're gonna find it out before the end of the arc. Just like what you talked about. I am 100% on board with you with that.
And like it's a subtle way of showing it. It's his arc. It's in the imagery. It's in the words. It's not like literal in a sense, like just like the whole Cake Island arc where you know it was Sanji's because he ended up going there.
Right.
With this arc, you know what I'm saying? They were already going there. They was going to go there and formed an alliance to take Kaido's head. So there was no need for Zoro to even say anything throughout the entire chapters to like, oh, this is, you know what I'm saying? Like to have a flashback of him as a kid or anything like that.
Right.
So, and now we're here. I believe we should.
Oh yeah, I could definitely see that. Is there anything else you want to talk about with that? Actually, one thing that also hints to we're gonna get more info about Zoro, because we hardly know anything about Zoro's past aside from that small flashback of him as a kid learning to be a sword fighter, right? So
He's the least known. I want to say he's the least known character out the crew.
right, because
Besides Luffy, they're
r-
both in.
yeah, because what's it called? Every arc that we got a new character, there was always something that drew that character to Luffy and all that stuff, right? And it's always like yeah, Luffy saved got Zoro free from the post, right? But that was
Which is
literally it.
crazy.
It
He
was
was on that cross,
yeah, he was on the
which is another
cross, which is
symbol.
another symbol for Mihawk with how Mihawk runs the cross and all that stuff. I think Zoro's eye, since he's going the path of Ashura, is a demonic cursed eye. I'm going with that way, while you know
I would love to hear you go
Mihawk.
more deep in that once you do some research on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
That's crazy.
diving into that because I definitely think that. I just gotta get some info to back that up, you know.
Yeah.
But
I can see it. I mean, do you? The question is, do you want it to be something that is a power up, or do you think it? I know you know about the theory of it being something about observation or some type of form of
oh yeah,
hockey, but
um,
I'm more. I know I am more toward leaning a kind of a power up.
I think it's gonna be a
I'm not
power
gonna
up.
say huge. I'm not gonna say
No,
huge.
I think it's gonna be
You know what I'm
huge.
saying?
I think it's gonna be huge. I think I saw someone
Opens up
discussing.
against Kaido.
If it opens up against Kaido, that's gonna be sick. But we do need to build up with that as well. That's why I also think we need flashbacks for Zoro with Mihawk, because you know how Mihawk told him not to drink before he can beat the what was it, the gorillas or the monkeys or whatever.
I'll just call them apes.
They're the apes, yeah.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
they were orangutans, I think. I don't remember exactly what type of monkeys they were, but they were a monkey. And I do think that the same thing happened with his left eye. I believe Mihawk told him not to open his eye because he's training this eye. He says not to open this eye until he fully masters the power that his eye has. And then Mihawk slit his eye because he opened his eye at one point. So it was like either Mihawk slit it or he did it himself so that way he wouldn't open it. And so that way
I didn't hear that
once
before.
I don't remember
that.
what YouTuber I saw that I saw. I think it might have been the I'm D King. I think it might have been I'm D King. But I do think that's a possibility. And
I like that.
so now to go on to my topic real quick. It's gonna be short. It's not gonna be too long because this has already been discussed on other YouTubers. You know how everyone's talking about Luffy being Sun God Nika and all that stuff, and then spoilers in the anime and all that, right? Well, in the anime opening, we see Luffy just activate his Conquerors Haki in the water. This is just the opening though, so it could just be something for visual representation or whatever. But
Hold on, let me add this. In previous intros, they have spoiled.
yes,
I just want
yes,
that is a thing.
yes. Which is another deal with Yamato. They spoiled Yamato a bit, right? With the mask. That's how we know who the mask is. But my thought is, dude, I think that Luffy's Conquerors Haki, once he fully awakens it and gets his advanced Conquerors Haki, his Haki is going to be literally as hot as the sun and can evaporate water instantly. Like I think that's going to be a possibility. I also have not seen people talk about this because I know people discuss the connection between Skypiea and the scene in what chapter was it that they brought up Sun God Nika? Was it 118, 117?
I'm not sure myself.
I mean 1018, 1017.
Yeah.
They brought up Sun God Nika with Who's Who, and they showed the picture. So then they compared Luffy and Sun God Nika from the dance party that they had in Skypiea. Well, I noticed a lot of silhouetteness that Luffy went through in Skypiea that resembles Sun God Nika. Not just that one scene. Like, this is multiple different scenes in the anime. I didn't see this necessarily in the manga because I started with Tristan around 9-7-ish when I started reading the manga. But I'm gonna go back and do more on that to be able to discuss more on that topic. But from the anime perspective itself, every time Luffy went into silhouette mode inside the snake, because there was 3 instances of being a silhouette in the snake, I think, where he literally looked like Sun God Nika. When Nami and them were in the snake, did not know who was walking up to them, literally looked like that was another silhouette of Sun God Nika. Like, it literally looked like Sun God Nika.
He was coming, or what? Was he going or coming?
No, it was when he was walking towards them, and then the other one was when he was running, like when he was in the snake by himself, just running down the snake, and he went from being normal Luffy into the silhouette, and his arm turned rubbery a little bit, and he had a weapon in his left hand, just like how Sun God Nika did, and it was like perfect representation. So you'll be seeing this in the video, so I'm gonna edit that into the video. I'm gonna do the editing to where
please, because I wanted to try to find it for you, because that imagery, guys, is legit. It looked just like the silhouette that who's who had in his head.
Because the one that everyone compares while he's dancing, yes, it looks like it, right? Looks like him with the arms and stuff, and his smile, that's the biggest thing about the smile in that one for me, was that. And then, but his hat was covering his hair. Now, while he was in the cave, he had a crown on, and when he was running in the cave, it literally looked like the hair of Sun God Nika. And I didn't put 2 and 2 together until I literally saw that. And the whole thing that made me think about this was whenever I watched O'Hara's Greatest Theory of One Piece. That's when I saw it again, and it clicked in my head. I was like, I'm going to go back and look at Skypiea real quick. And I saw all 3 instances in the snake that Luffy looked like Sun God Nika. So.
And I believe Luffy is this Sun God Nika. Do I believe that Joy Boy and Sun God Nika are the same person? I do. And Oda had a way of showing us. If you just go through each arc, sometime Luffy's name changes. Like in Dressrosa, his name was Lucy. So if you just go back to the Ancient Kingdom, their names are for sure different. Yeah. So from Joy Boy to Sun God Nika in 2 different island regions. You know what I'm saying? Let's say the Ancient Kingdom, right, off of O'Hara's theory that he got from the Japanese content creator. The islands were all together, so he, in one region where Skypiea was, he was known as Sun God Nika. As he went to another part, let's just say Wano, he was known as Joy Boy.
I think
that's how I feel like it is.
I think Sun God Nika was his true name, and then Joy Boy would have been a nickname because he literally just put a smile on everyone's face, or himself. Because like the silhouette of him being of Sun God Nika, he's smiling like astronomically. So, and
correct me if I'm wrong. We have no imagery
of Joy
Boy.
Yeah, right. No imagery of Joy Boy.
I want to make sure.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
But that's gonna wrap it up.
That's what I believe.
That's going to wrap it up for us. I appreciate y'all for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed this. This is our first video. We're going to be doing this once a week. Every time a new manga chapter comes out and every time a new anime episode comes out, we're going to be discussing those. And then we're also going to have another topic. We're going to try to do 4 topics each video. 1 about the manga chapter, 1 about the anime episode, and then 1 of our own choosing. So I hope y'all enjoyed the video. If y'all did, leave a like, subscribe, and we'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.